You just heard First Communion Afterparty live on KEXP. We're down here in Austin, Texas, and for Sarah, we're up here on the roof of ME Television Studios. Sarah loves roofs. That's a little tidbit about First Communion Afterparty for you. Bass player Sarah loves roofs. After we got that out of the way, I have to say I have been waiting so long to see you guys play live, and because you won't come to Seattle, we had to meet up with you in Austin, and I have to tell you that was amazing to finally get to see you perform live.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's an honor. We've wanted to play for you for so long.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Actually, last week I taped an interview on an Austin radio station, KUT, and they ask me every year to come on and tell them, out of the thousands of bands playing down here during South by Southwest, to give them 5 of the bands I'm most looking forward to seeing live. And so you were one of my picks this year, and you definitely,
that's so
disappoint.
Awesome.
And but you haven't traveled too much outside your hometown of Minneapolis, but this is your 3rd time down at South by Southwest, right?
Yeah, it's the only traveling we've ever really done. We've just, it's sort of been a slow start financially, and just trying to get our feet wet, you know, with the music that we're playing. And I think, you know, now we've been together like a little over 3 years, and we really, you know, we're starting to like learn the ropes and really get it down, and we're finally getting to a place where we can start to branch out.
Well, and I heard you just got a van, which I'm sure is going to help you get on the road a lot more.
Yeah.
I heard that you'd put, you know, most of the money that you had into recording the album.
Yep.
And you say the name. For all the
Sorry for all the Mondays, and to those who can't sing. Yeah.
Which is the most awesome name for an album.
Yeah.
And,
most people hate it.
I love it.
Most radio people are like, why did you? No, it's too long. Well, I just sorry for all the Mondays or something.
Well, what I love about the name of it, and when I'm on the radio, I can totally look at the front of the CD so I remember how to say it. But I love that you can really put a spin on the different ways that you're saying that. You can read it, you know, sorry for all the Mondays, and to those who can't sing, you know, like me, or a real sincere thing like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know. And I like to say it a different way every time. So I represent you in all different kinds of ways on the air. But I'm curious, I know you get asked this question all the time, but I have to ask it only because we're from Seattle in the Northwest. But when you read reviews or interviews of the band, probably your earlier reviews and interviews, everyone always talks about how there was a time when you all wanted to move to Portland, Oregon and be on a commune. And I wouldn't ask the question everyone asks you if Portland wasn't, you know, like a sister city and we could almost have you as a local band. So tell me what the story behind that is and why that hasn't ever happened. And if it is going to maybe happen.
Just a lot of our friends, one of our first tambourine player, she was in the band when we started, decided to move out to Portland. And we had some friends and bands out there, and at the time when we were beginning, that was like our connections, our only other bands that we loved before we were like really in our own scene.
Like who?
Outcrowd.
Yeah, the Outcrowd.
Upside Down.
Hollywood's Project. Who else?
How about the Dandy Warhols?
The Dandy Warhols.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're more people we look up to than.
I think a lot of it is also to do with like the weather, you know, the Pacific Northwest. You know, it's just it's a great part of the world, and you know, for where we are in Minneapolis, it's like it's so cold, you know, and I take rain over snow any day, so you know, it's just like the climate thing, location thing, you know. We do love Minneapolis.
That's what changed. We definitely established something in Minneapolis since that whole idea.
And there's a great scene in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great
It just
bands.
grew in the past 3 years. It feels completely different.
It definitely did seem like back then, like Minneapolis didn't
have anything.
I don't know, for our genre, it wasn't really much, you know, for us there. But you know, over the past few years, it's just grown so much, you know, and the music scene there is really
popping. It's really close knit.
We're gonna stay put.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. I was going to ask because, of course, Minneapolis is a historic music town.
Yeah.
You know, big names like Prince and the Replacements and the Jayhawks. So it's great to hear that you find a vibrant community of like-minded musicians there.
It almost feels like this is the next great wave for the city right now. So it's good to be there.
We miss having you in the Northwest, but I'm sure that your local Minneapolis peeps are glad you're staying put. But I hope that you will get out on the road and visit all of us.
Next tour is West Coast. Next tour.
We're planning West Coast.
We will be in Seattle.
Yep, we'll be at your radio station.
Deal. Well, thanks for coming on, and thanks for joining me out here in the sun. It's fun to be here with you in Austin, Texas, and let's do it again soon.
All right.
All right.
In the rainy Northwest.
Thanks, KEXP.
Soundbite.